I'll just do it. I'll just do it.
Oh no,
Well,
I got elephant stream, elephant stream.
tonight is going to be Game 3 of the World Series between the Chicago
I got.
Ravens and I got between the Chicago Ravens and the Miami Sharks. Series is tied 1-1 apiece, and it's a best-of-5 series. So if it goes the distance, Game 5 will be on Monday night. Round 1 was a 3-0 shutout to the Chicago Ravens on the back of a very good pitching outing by Darlow, I believe it was. Round 2, unfortunately, we're not there for the coverage, but it was a converse 3-0 shutout for the Miami Sharks. First, like to take a well, we're going to talk about what happens tonight here, depending on the result. The winner will, of course, take the series lead and momentum towards Game 4, which can very well be an elimination game. While the loser, well, they face elimination tomorrow on Sunday. That's going to be with, uh, what's his Masharu, one of the Miami Sharks, broadcasting off of the Moon Sports Network. Yeah, and Game 5 will be streamed by I believe it was the Anaheim manager, Johnny on the Boat, SRPE. And that is only necessary if this series is tied at 2 apiece. You got it, Riley.
What? Oh, okay. Um, who is this? Darko again. Um, is that Darko?
Yeah.
All right. So, lights out, hot back. We got 9 innings pitched, 1 error. Player of the game versus Miami in game 1. He pitched 7 innings. He gave up 0 errors, 8 hits. I think is what that means. Um, these are all so confusing. What is a KS?
Strikeout.
Oh, all right. 9 strikeouts, 1 walk, and 1 to 4 hits to at bats ratio. And he gave 0 RBIs and 1 run.
Riley, you mind telling us his season stats?
His season stats.
Yeah,
He hit
today.
417 through the whole season, 9 home runs, which is absurd. 26 RBIs. Don't want to talk about that. 21 runs. 97 innings pitched, 1.95 ERA, and he's struck out 102 batters.
That is pretty good. Looks
Holy
like
crap!
gonna be the man who mopped up the Game 1 loss. Gio had to
And we
leave
got
early.
good. We got our starters for tonight's game. We got Darlow, obviously, and Mooshi Kit. Darlow, 25 games, 9-3 record, 1.95 ERA, and 102/2 strikeout walk ratio. Mushikit pitched 9 games, 4-1 record, 2.7 ERA with a 53/0 strikeout walk ratio. For the season stats for Mushikit, he has hit 484 with 6 home runs, 11 RBIs. He's come around to score 16 times. He's pitched 40 innings with a 2.7 ERA and 53 strikeouts. So cool.
Well, we'd like to take this opportunity to thank you all tuning in today for the final broadcast of the season via SESN on SBC. We say good luck for a good broadcast for Masharu off the Moon Sports Network tomorrow, and Johnny/SRPE on whatever, I think he just calls it SRPE, off his YouTube channel on Monday if necessary. We thank all the coaches and players of the various teams this season 8 of the IPU for taking the time to interact with us here on SBC. I'd also like to take one quick opportunity while we're on this slide to apologize for our lack of quality coverage of innings 8 and 9 of Game 1. That was due to my internet technical issues, which have since been eradicated, and hopefully that never happens again. And we'd also like to thank the some members of the competition committee. I believe Tappy is just intern or whatever they call the coffee interns. But we'd like to thank Airveal, Tappy, and some other members of the competition committee like Cam for giving us this great opportunity to bring to you IPU Season 8. And we hope to be back for Season 9. Yes, and thank you, listeners, for listening to us here on SPC. We'll take a minute to stand by, and we'll be back for first pitch in just a moment.
Well, I have the scoreboard open, you crap.
Wait, hold on. That's similar to Geo. Wait, actually, yeah, Nick can go on.
Oh, this guy throws a lot of fast hooks.
Yeah,
Caps
Nick
is
can,
legal.
Nick can go on.
Sorry. Yeah, no, I know.
pub me?
I can't. I literally can't hit off caps, bro. I'm so sorry, guys.
You're fine. You're fine.
Let me
Just
go.
bunt it. Just bunt it. Easy. Just bunt it.
Easy bunt
Yeah,
here, easy bunt
Yeah,
here.
they're not playing
Fuck it.
bunt. I can't lie.
Just do a bunt.
Yeah, fuck
Yeah,
it. Let's go.
I'll try it. I don't. All right.
Okay, who's
Down
on
the line.
third?
Here we go.
Whoever's
Down the
on third, move your
line.
ass.
Go. Let's try it.
Oh no. Get her.
Hey everybody, Morgana's alongside Capitalist and Riley for game number 3 of the World Series, the IPU World Series that is. It's the Miami Sharks against the Chicago Ravens here at Guaranteed Rate Field. Game 3, series tied at 1 game apiece. Tonight is a very, very important game. It will not determine, per se, the winner of this series, but it will give huge momentum to whoever plays tomorrow. As a reminder, tomorrow's game will not be streamed here on SBC. Instead, it will be on Mooshi's channel, the Moon Sports Network. So tonight, wow, it's the Chicago Ravens. They're pulling out their ace, Darko, and the Miami Sharks, led by Frog Race and bench coach Malevolence. They are bringing out Moosh on the mound. So we're going to see some great pitching tonight. So I would say don't expect a lot of runs per se, but definitely expect a great pitching duel. Capitalist, what do you have to say to that?
Well, it's been back-to-back 3-0 shutouts in this game. Not a complete game shutout per se, but Darlow certainly could have gone all the distance if he wanted to. In that beautiful outing he had game 1 to out-duel Gio. Gio not pitching today. Going to probably save him as the stopper for game 4 if they take the loss here, or the victory clincher. I mean, I agree with you. I think it's going to be a very hard-fought game. It's going to be a pitcher's duel all the way, and I'm looking forward to it.
Well, we're just about ready to get underway. As you can see, the Ravens players are taking the field. Starting lineup being our exchange at home plate, and we're about to get underway. So it'll be Moosh, the pitcher, to lead things off.
Gotta get on the upcam.
That's right. You're right.
And then I think your walk-up audio was muted. Unmuted.
Oh, yeah, turn that off. Well, my volume's off. Let me turn that off. We're good. So it'll be... Yep, Darko taking the mound. Starting lineups? Starting fielding positions will be given once we know who. What's going on?
Oh, we're just waiting for
So as we're waiting forever for Moosh to step into the box, steps into the left batter's box, and now Darko's gonna go give a pep talk to the second baseman. Now comes back to the mound. Now goes out to his first baseman. You can see I don't know what you can see. Well, you can see that this has taken a while. Miami coaches are heckling pitch the ball. And now we're just about ready to get underway. Dirk takes the mound. Who's catching?
fire catching.
Gets a sign for fire. Gets a sign from fire. The first pitch on the way. Here she comes. It's taken inside for a ball, and we're underway. Welcome to Game 3 of the World Series, everybody. Here at Guaranteed Rate Park, first pitch time of 2:10. The 1-0 up high. So now Chicago quickly falls behind 2 balls and no strikes to Moosh. And if you remember from last time they met up in Chicago, here comes the 2-0. Up high, ball 3. Remember the last time Moosh had a big blast to right field. Capitalist was on the call for that one. It was a 14-1 Miami win, 3-0. It clips to the outside edge for a strike, 3-1. Crowd gets behind Dark, the 3-1. And a fly ball deep to right field. It's gone. Wow! Off the first pitch, Moosh goes down the right field line. Guess what? It's 1-0 Miami here in the first.
Well, you always want your leadoff man to set the table, get on base, walk, single, double. Well, you certainly love when they hit a home run. I mean, had to wait a second. I mean, I thought that was going to hook foul, but it stayed straight all the way like a true golf shot, and it's rewarded with 1-0 in favor of Miami.
Holy smokes. Wow. Fireworks in the first. Miami quickly takes a 1-0 lead. Dart gets assigned the first pitch on the way. Swinging a fly ball. That's punched out to right field. The right fielder is there. Makes the catch. 1 down. So, right away, some pretty hard hit balls from Miami. Moosh. And here comes Pickles. Batting .420 in the season. No postseason stats. Bombs is out and away on a trip. Oops. Darko gets a sign. The windup and the pitch. Swing and a miss. Way early on that one. 0-1. From the stretch, here comes the 0-1 pitch. Up high, kind of evens out to 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 run in, no one on, and 1 away here in the top of the first inning. Series tied at 1-1. Now Darko gets a sign. Here comes the 1-1. Clips the bottom of the zone. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Dark would love to get a strikeout right here. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Swinging a weak ground ball right to the shortstop. He scoops it up. He'll fire to first in time. 2 away here for the Sharks. And here comes Gio. 343 on the season with 11 home runs and 23 RBI. This man can match. First pitch on the way is swung on a miss. 0-1. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. Swinging a foul down the third base line. So 0-2. Dark gets into a pitcher's count, and this is where you want him. You want to get a strikeout right here. Gets a sign from Fire. The 0-2 to Gio. Outside, ball 1. Tried to make him chase, but Gio knew better. So, Dar gets the sign. From the stretch, here comes the 1-2. Swing and a miss. So after giving up a leadoff home run, Darko goes lights out. Goes 1-2-3 after that. So 1 run on 1 hit with no errors. And your Mechanics Bank score, it's the Sharks 1, the Ravens coming up. So leading off will be Frosty, and Moose will take the mound like we said earlier. We just wanted to remind you, with the breaking the action, that this stream is sponsored by Carl's Clam Chowder, the creamiest clam chowder in the Pacific Northwest. 12 strikeouts means a free 12-ounce cup of clam chowder at your nearest Carl's location. The first pitch on the way to Moose, it's in there for a strike, 0-1. So Chicago quickly down a run after a big Moosh blast as Frosty takes that one inside. Count evens up to 1 ball and 1 strike. Chicago in their purple and black uniforms. Miami in their road teals. The 1-1. Outside. 2-1. Here comes the 2-1 pitch. Swinging a ground ball. Oh, this is going to be a tough play. No one gets it. It's an infield single. Gio was playing back. Wow.
I mean, sometimes you play a little deeper on the tough batters, but oh my goodness. Do you let up those weak hits sometimes? And I don't know if you want to play so far back early, if I have to be honest.
So now here comes Cammy, and we know that she is a very, very dangerous bat. So its best. That you don't give her anything over the middle of the plate, she will send that a long ways. As she takes that pitch for a strike, 0-1. Game 3 of the World Series. While not an elimination game, this is a very, very crucial game. The windup in the 0-1 pitch, swinging a fly ball in foul territory. The first baseman thought about it, but couldn't get there in time. So now 0-2 here on Cammy. So Mooshi's 0-2, here it comes. Swinging a line drive right to the third baseman. He scoops it up first to first. It's a double play. Holy smokes. A line drive down the third base line by Cammy, but a good glove by the third baseman to double up Frosty at first. So 2 down here in the bottom of the first.
I mean, it's the bottom of the first inning. There's no reason to be running when the ball is hit, especially when that ball was on the fly. You know, so far off the base path.
As that's lined into right field, it will be down. So a 2-out single by Dark. He's trying to help his own cause. Here comes Jude. So what about that? A bad base running mistake by Frosty. He had to lead all the way to Africa. And obviously he got doubled up after that line drive that was caught. Here comes the first pitch to Jude, way high, ball 1. His 1-0. Swing the line drive into right field. Diving stop. The second baseman makes a catch. Holy smokes. 2 great defensive plays by the Sharks. Get them out of trouble. So 2 hits. So no runs, 2 hits, and no errors for the Sharks. We get to the top of the second. Your Mechanics Bank score. It's the Sharks 1. The Ravens nothing. Here comes Okay, You Can Stop Now, bro. Batting .406 on the season. He has helped this Miami cause throughout the postseason. Notably through the Pittsburgh game for the #1 tiebreaker. Here comes the first pitch from Dark. Swinging a fly ball. Roped foul. 0-1. The 0-1 is checked up high. Counting out to 1-1. Here comes Dark's 1-1. Outside. Didn't chase. 2-1. So Dark needing to throw some strikes to 2-1 pitch. Inside ball 3. And now, Okay, You Can Stop Now. Has the green light to swing at whatever he wants. Let's see what he'll swing at now. The 3-1 pitch. Down low, ball 4. Here comes Epic Nick. So we have lost from Okay, You Can Stop Now. And as you remember, it was here in Guaranteed Right Field Park in that championship for the #1 seed where Epic Nick got his first hit and he got his first home run as that pitch is swung on and missed, 0-1. So this park is very good for him, to say the least. The 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Now 0-2. Dark looks for either a strikeout or a double play. Turn it to anybody to quickly get 2. He's been good all year on the mound. The 0-2. Swing and a miss. Curveball outside, blew it by him. There's 1 down here in the second. So here comes Group Square. Batting from the left batter's box. Batting .284 in the season. Here comes the first pitch from Dark. Catches the corner. It's a strike. Nothing in one. Group calls time. Now steps back inside the box. Okay, you can stop is not taking a huge lead off of first. His left foot is still on the bag. The 0-1 pitch is in the dirt. Counting is out to 1 ball, 1 strike with 1 runner on, 1 away in a 1-run game here in the top of the 2nd inning. The 1-1. Check swing, but it's in there for a strike. So now 1-2. Let's see what Darko will go here. Will he go curve outside or will he go sinker down? The 1-2. Swing and a fly ball jammed. Group squid. That's at first for 1. The relay to second, but it's not a force because they went to first, and it'll only be the fielder's choice. So, okay, you can stop still at first. And that's probably one of the worst blunders I've seen in a while. I know this is IPU, so they might not know. Here comes I Hate Sushi. The first pitch on the way, outside ball 1. Captain, what do you think about that?
I think Anthony Volpe would be better trusted to make that double play.
I don't know. Smacked. Right to the second baseman for the out, and that'll retire the side. So a leadoff walk stranded. We get to the bottom of the 2nd, and Mechanics Bank score. It's the Miami Sharks 1, the Chicago Ravens nothing. So Moosh comes on the mound for another turn. He goes out to greet the infield. As Fireboy, the catcher for Chicago, coming up to bat, batting .307 in the season. The Chicago crowd trying to rally behind him right now. They want to see some action from the Ravens. First pitch on the way is swung and lifted to right field, but the right fielder is there to make the catch. There's 1 down. As that will bring up DiManggio. In 29 games, he's batting .297 with 3 home runs and 13 RBI. Steps into the right batter's box. We're about ready to get underway. Moosh gets the sign. Here comes the first pitch. Swing and a ball roped foul down the right field line. Nothing in 1. From the set, here comes the 0-1 pitch. Outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Nobody on with 1 away here in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Up high, ball 2. From the stretch, here comes the 2-1 pitch. Swing and a ground ball foul into the first base dugout. Count evens up to 2 balls and 2 strikes. So Moosh looking to put away DiManggio for the 2nd out. Let's see if DiManggio can do something with the pitch. Moosh steps off the mound, didn't like what he got there, and now steps back on. Here comes the stretch and the 2-2 pitch. Check swing, it's high. What a good take by DiManggio. So full count now with 1 away. Let's see if DiManggio can do something with this. From the set, here comes the 3-2. Swing! And oh no, that's strike 3 call. Freeze him. So 2 down here in the inning. Here comes Ruben Dato 2. In 5 games, he's batting .250. Chicago has gone down quietly so far. On 2 hits. The first pitch on the way, strike called. Nothing in 1. Again, they had that leadoff infield single that got erased via the double play. Here comes the 0-1 pitch from Mooch. Swing and a miss. Nothing in 2. And then they had that 2-out single into right field. but that got erased too. Anyways, here comes the 0-2 from Moosh. Outside, ball 1. From the stretch, here comes the 1-2 pitch. Swinging a ground ball right to the first baseman group squid. She'll take it to the bag herself for the final out of the inning. So a 1-2-3 inning from the Ravens. We head to the top of the third. Your Mechanics Bank score. It's the Sharks 1. The Ravens none. So Dark looking for a third inning here, as Bond sends the 9-hole will lead off, and then they'll turn it back over to Moosh and Moosh. First pitch on the way, inside, ball 1. I mean, if you talk about the great offense from this Miami team, as Bonds calls time, you really have to attribute a lot of it to their bench coach, Malevolent. Shout out to the Miami bench coach, Malevolent. He has been great all season, always okay with the media. Anyways, here comes Darko's 1-0. Swing and a miss, kind of lagged on that one. But Malevolent has a very unique coaching style. Instead of going with positivity, he goes with putting down others, which is, I mean, it works though. I mean, look where they are, the 1-1 way outside, ball 2.
I mean, you always need a disciplinarian in the dugout, whether it's the bench coach, Malevolence, or sometimes you have the hitting coach be a little aggressive. It's just how it is.
The 2-1, swing and a miss, 2-2. Darko looking for a strikeout right here. From the stretch, here comes Darko's 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him swinging. One down here in third as Moosh hit that big blast. I mean, Moosh has just been owning this team all postseason long. Darko would really love to stop him right here. Get a big second out. Darko disengages from the mound. Now he gets back into position. Gets a sign from Fire. He didn't like that one. Now he gets a sign from Fire. Here comes the pitch on the way. It's in there for a strike, 0-1. Clip that outside corner with the curve. Ravens down 1-0. We're in the top of the third. Here comes the 0-1. Swinging a foul, lined behind home plate. Now 0-2. And right now, Darkwin loves to get 2 strikeouts in a row. He'd be rolling. Gets a sign from Fire, the 0-2 pitch. Swinging a foul ball, fought off by Moosh into the first base dugout. So the count stays at no balls and 2 strikes. On Moosh, who's 1 for 1 tonight with that solo home run in the first inning. Gets a sign, though, to pitch. Outside. What a take by Moosh. Didn't miss by much. So Dark gets a sign from Fire. Here comes the 1-2. Swing and a miss. 2 down here in the inning as Digital come to the plate.
First time today, pinch hitting for Mr. Derrick. He came in as a defensive replacement in the second.
Swinging a foul behind home plate. It'll be out of play, 0-1. So Dark goes in a groove. Let's see what he can do with it. And a 0-1 count. Facing Digital. The 0-1. Let's see what he does. In there for a strike. Now 0-2. This could be an immaculate inning. Darko looking for a quick inning. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Up high. Way too high. Digital with a great eye. He's batting .351 in the season. He saw that coming as a ball a mile away. From the set, here comes the 1-2 pitch. Inside, evens out the count to 2 balls, 2 strikes, with no one on and 2 away here in the top of the third. The 2-2. Swing and a ground ball, punch to the shortstop. In no play, it'll be a infield single.
Oh yeah, he's playing way too deep there.
Yeah,
No
I
chance.
don't know what that. So another questionable fielding choice. The first one from Chicago. I mean, you saw that first one in the bottom of the first from Miami when they were playing super far back on the first batter, and that's how you got the leadoff single. As Pickles takes that down low for a ball. He's a 0 for 1 today. So Ravens' momentum got diced up by that 2-out single. I mean, that shouldn't have been a single, as the 1-0 is swung on and missed, counting up to 1 ball, 1 strike with a runner on first and 2 away. The 1-1 up high, 2-1. So Digital doing a little bit dancing at the bag at first. He's taking a small lead, and every time he gets into the line, he goes a little bit off. The 2-1 pitch is swung and lifted deep to right field. The right fielder is coming in. Makes the catch. So here comes G-Tom 7 as we get to the bottom of the 8th. Their first plate appearance has been a very, very quiet night for Chicago in terms of offense. Mooshi's pitch count is at 21 right now. He has been very efficient through 2 innings. Let's see if he can do it
Oh
a
my
third
God.
time.
I said in the chat, Geo. Holy autopilot.
First pitch to J-Tom. In there for a strike, 0-1. Moosh gets a sign. The 0-1 pitch is swung in and popped up behind home plate. Catcher's there to make the catch. There's 1 down. As Goku Boy will come to the plate. In 23 games, he's batting .270 with no home runs and 2 RBI. A very, very quiet night for the Ravens. The wind and the pitch. Taken for a strike, 0-1. So if you click on the title of the stream, it is outdated. We apologize for that. I should have changed that before stream. I didn't have enough time. Anyways, here comes the 0-1 pitch to Goku. Swing and a miss, 0-2.
Maybe people
Moosh
will
is
join
windy.
because the title's incorrect and be like, no, it's the World Series. What are you doing?
Anyways, here comes the 0-2. Swing and a pop of foul, line behind home plate. We'll do it again. No balls and 2 strikes. Here comes Moosh's 0-2. Swing and a ball hit into foul territory. Third baseman won't get there. We'll do it again. No balls and 2 strikes. Here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. The sign, the pitch, the deal. Swing and a miss. So 2 down. Here in the bottom of the 3rd is Frosty, who was 1 for 1. He had that infield single, remember? But then he got picked. He got caught into a double play after taking a lead to Antarctica. But I assure you, if his bench coach was malevolent, he would not have a problem taking him that big of a lead. Here comes the pitch to Frosty. Swinging a drive into left field. This one is falling fast. It'll be down for a base hit. So another 2-out single from the Ravens.
Hey, on the bright side, he can't get out on a double play here.
Oh, that's true. He could get picked off, though, if he keeps taking that big lead. He's dancing at that bag at first. Miami might want to think about picking him off. Yeah, look at him go. The pitch on the way to Cammy. Swing and a miss. Nothing in one. The 0-1. Check swing up high. So 1 ball, 1 strike with the Frosty on first, who's 2 for 2 on the day, and 2-way. You're in the bottom of the third. Moosh kicks, winds, deals. Swinging high, fly ball, punched out to right field. This one is going and going. It's off the wall. It's off the wall. Frosty rounding second. He's going to third. The throw in, and there will be runners on the corners for Chicago. With 2 down, and here comes Darko. Holy smokes. So this is the first real trouble that Moose has faced all night long. He's been absolutely solid through 2 innings. And the pitch on the way to Darko is up high, ball 1. Cammy taking a big leap off of first. Frosty doing the same off of third. Crowd trying to rally behind Darko here. Moose gets a sign from Bonds. The stretch in the 1-0. Swing and a miss. Got him all tied up with the curveball inside. Counting him out to 1 ball and 1 strike with the runners on the corners. The tying run at third. The go-ahead run at first. It's the bottom of the third with 2-way. The line, pitch, and deal. Up high, ball 2, 2-1. So 2-1. Account favorable for Darko. Here comes the 2-1. Swinging a fly ball. This will be hit to Gio. He takes it to himself, and oh no! Squid was off the bag. Frosty comes in, and there's runners at first and second.
That's a very interesting situation for Gio there at shortstop, where he's playing too far back to catch it on the fly, and then he doesn't throw an accurate throw. That actually brings the first baseman off the bag. So I have to say that would be an error on the shortstop.
I hate to say it, but that would be counted as an earned run. I wouldn't count that. I mean, that's the second error by Miami, the infield error. Ball 1 low. I mean,
that's the problem with the official score, you know. They just don't call errors anymore.
That first single for Frosty shouldn't have been a single, and now that happens. Go ahead run at second base. The momentum all the way with Chicago. There's a ground ball right to Gio. Let's see if he can make up for his mistake this time. He'll take it himself to the bag at second to get the force out on Dark, and that'll retire the side. But not before Chicago ties us up. We're all knotted at 1, entering the top of the 4th. Capitalist taken away.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Capitalist scooting Morgana over as I get into the catbird seat here. It's not a game at 1-1. We had a leadoff home run by Mooshi to get things started here for Miami Sharks before you just saw a, let's just say, fielding decision cost Miami the lead on what is counted as pitcher Darlow's RBI single. So first pitch to Gio, foul, third base side, out of play. Can get you the fielding lineup, so just 1 minute. Outfield left to right is going to be Ruben Dados, Dimanju, and Camney. Infield left to right is Goku Boy, as here comes 0-1, outside in the dirt. Goku Boy, Judd, J-Tom, and Frosty. Catching is Fireboy, and pitching is Dargo. So here's Gio, shortstop, who would love to make up for his error. I mean, there's a couple broadcasts of the tiebreaker series where he went 0 for 2 to start the game, And then I critiqued his at-bats because, to be frank, those were poor at-bats in those Crybaby games. And then he immediately atoned for it. He hit a home run in both games, I believe. So we'll wait for the 1-2 from the southpaw. And the pitch is outside, and the deuce is now wild at 2-2. On deck is going to be, I'm on the wrong side of my scorecard. I think the lineup got changed. It should be Pickles here, but it's not. It's Gio. So, well, here comes 2-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. And down goes Gio by way of strikeout for the second time today. So it's going to be okay. You can stop now. And Epic Nick on deck. So, did Pickles just get skipped in the lineup? Not my concern. So, 4-5-6 for the Sharks. Okay, you can stop now. Worked a 5-pitch walk, I believe it was, to lead off the second inning. And stayed at first on a fielder's choice that could have been a double play. Well, here's the 1-0. In the air, Judd at shortstop will make an easy catch. And there's 2 down in this inning. We briefly pause for station identification on this network. This is SCSN and SBC, the Seattle Electronic Sports Network on Seattle Broadcasting Company, bringing to you Game 3 of the World Series between the Chicago Ravens and the Miami Sharks. From Chicago, here comes the pitch to Epic Nick. It's in there for a called strike. Epic Nick struck out on 3 straight pitches, including one that was in the left-handed batter's box. That was strike 3. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss. Got him a chase again. 0-2. Now, Epic Nick really loves Chicago, as Morgana has been saying. He has been on a hit parade here in Southside. Let's see what he has in store. Here comes the 0-2 from the port sider, and the pitch is taken downstairs, and the count 1-2. On deck, Group Squid. Group Squid, playing at first base today, has been already involved in some plays. Here's the 1-2. It's bounded towards first base. That's Frosty, who will take it himself. And the side is retired here. 1-2-3 in the top of the 4th. No runs, no hits, no errors, none left. Follow with another strikeout, and we go to the bottom of the 4th, and the score remains 1-1. So Mooshi will toe the slap here in just a moment. It's going to be 5-6-7 in the Chicago Ravens lineup. Fireboy, D-Manju, and Ruben Dados. We'll get you the fielding in just 1 minute. Outfield left to right. I Hate Sushi, Epic Nick, and Pickles here. Infield left to right. Okay, you can stop now. Gio, Digital, and Group Squid. Catching is Bonds, and pitching is Mooshi. So we wait the 1-0, and the pitch is in the air. Third baseman and pitcher giving chase, first baseman, and it will be Mooshi to take it himself. And there is 1 down here in the bottom of the 4th. I wrote that on the wrong side of my scorecard. So up steps D-Manju, who hit that big 3-run homer about an eon ago in the 4-1 victory against the Pittsburgh Stallions. I believe that was Game 1 of the semifinals. And the pitch is taken inside of the zone for a strike. And I count now 0-1. D-Manju was on the post-game interview, which I cannot post to YouTube. I had to trim it out because, let's just say, things got a little hectic. But that was the day he hit that big 3-run homer, and boy, was it a blast. Here's the 1-1. Wave at that one, and it's going to be easy for OK. You can stop now. The long throw from third is in time by about 4 steps, and I'll bring up Ruben Dados here with another chance for a 1-2-3 inning. This time from Mooshi. Mooshi had a 1-2-3 inning in the second, got out of the jam in the first, and had that long inning last time, so would love a quick one here. In there for a strike, Ruben Dados grounded out unassisted to the first baseman for 2 men in the second. J-Tom on deck, and Goku Boy in the hole. It's 0-2, so we'll probably see him next inning. Mooshi coming quick to the plate, and here it comes. It is pumped in the air, foul, just by the Chicago dugout, giving chase. OK, you can stop now, but it gets just into the stands. First seat the aisle. And now Mooshi comes again quickly. Here's the pitch. It is swung on and missed. Strike 3. And down goes Ruben Dallas, and down go the Chicago Ravens in this inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, none left. Another strikeout for Mooshi. And we go to the top of the 5th, and the score remains knotted at 1-1. So here's the first sacker, Group Squid. And pitching will be Darlow, of course, as he takes the field. For Miami, 1 run on 2 hits. They made no errors, and they left 1 on base. For Chicago, 1 run on 5 hits, no errors, and they left 3 on base. So, let's see. Pairs, they both actually made an error, but you'd love to know when. They never tell you these things. As Group Squid takes ball 1 outside. Error on Gio for probably allowing that run. I'm going to take a guess. In the 3rd inning. And an error on Goku Boy, and I have no idea how that happened. He was playing 3rd base. It's 1-1 now. Group Squid last time up. I'm on the wrong side of my scorecard again. He popped to first. First baseman Frosty dropped the ball, tried to go for the double play, and he threw to second way too early to record it. But it's 1-2 now on Group Squid. Looking for his first hit today. And the pitch. Hit in the air, left field, but that's going to be a nice catch for Ruben Dallas, and there's 1 down, 1 center. So up to bat is I Hate Sushi. Batting below the Mendoza line after grounding into inning and fielder's choice and assisted by the second baseman. I don't know why you would hate sushi. I think it's one of the best foods on earth. Well, that's a bounding ball towards J-Tom at the Keystone, and the throw is in time for the second out. So quickly, 2 pitches, 2 outs, and here's Buns. Buns struck out, swinging to open up the 3rd. 3rd baseman well in. I guess Bonds is known for the bunt. I haven't seen it happen myself. I don't know if you would bunt here with 2 outs, but as Bonds takes strike 1 outside. Give up in the top of the 6th the bottom of the 5th forces Chicago. J-Tom, Goku Boy, Frosty. Here comes the 0-1. Swing and a miss, strike 2, and down to the final strike here is Bonds. Barlow and Mooshi have both been wheeling and dealing, other than their respective blunders. Here's the 0-2. Check swing, did not go around. And the count now 1-2. Barlow now at 66 pitches. Mooshi, I'd say probably about 10 to 15 behind. As Bonds gets ready to step into the box, takes every second he can there. Here comes the 1-2. He squared a bunt and missed, so he is strikeout swinging to end the inning. Another 1-2-3 for Darlow, who is retired 12 consecutively. No runs, no hits, no errors, none left. Another strikeout, and we go to the top of the 6th. The bottom of the 5th, Jesus. And the score remains 1-1. So here is J-Tom. J-Tom playing second base for Chicago. He popped foul to catcher his last time up in the 3rd. And the run-scoring inning for the Ravens. Mooshi is ready, and the pitch. In there for a strike. Where's... Still Goku Boy. I think someone's... No, wrong team. Anyways. And that's just over. Simple tackle, and there's 1 away. Boys struck out swinging for the second out in the 3rd before 3 consecutive singles. As he swings and misses again, strike 1. I'd like to take this time to thank our sponsor, Larry's Lobster House, where the claws lead right into your mouth. If a pitcher throws a complete game, you get yourself a free lobster on the house. As Players box the house. Goku Boy steps out and steps back in. Lefty on left here with one strike to go on Mooshi's head. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss. And down goes Goku Boy for the second out in the inning. So up steps Frosty, representing Tonga. Frosty has singled twice and he scored in the third. Was also doubled off of first in the first inning on Kamni's line drive to third. So Mooshi is ready, kicks, winds, delivers. Flared out towards right field, but foul. Just reaches the seats there, out of play. Due up in the top of the sixth for Miami. Mooshi, Digital, Pickles here. 1, 2, 3. As it's now 1-1 on Frosty. "54 pitches for Mooshi, and 55 on the way. Here's the pitch. Hit in the air to left center. That is gonna be caught by Epic Nick. I almost thought that was gonna drop. It looked like he trapped it out there in center field, but he just reached out for it and made a catch at his shoes to retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors, none left. Another strikeout for Mooshi, and we go to the top of the sixth, and the score remains 1-1. So it is, in fact, pitcher Mooshi, who is 1 for 2 today. Struck out swinging his last time up, but that doesn't really matter when you have his leadoff solo homer down the right field line, just to the left of the foul pole here in south side Chicago. And they did a 1-0 ball game. Infield still playing back against both middle infields. Don't like to play in the infield, which has costed both teams at times in this game already. Outfield playing straight away, but shaded towards the gaps, giving a lot of leeway down the lines. Here's the 1-1. Inside, and the count 2-1. Here comes that 2-1 pitch. It is bounded down the third base line, and it's a good snag there. The long throw is offline, but well early, so it didn't really matter. Goku Boy retires Mooshi for the first out. And up steps Digital. Digital 1 for 1 today. I forgot to write in his base hit. I was wondering how Pickles got skipped in the lineup, but he didn't. I just am stupid. It was 1 run on 3 hits for Miami. I apologize. 1 run on 2 hits. What the hell? Oh, was that the error? You know, you learn something new every day. That's 0-1 on Digital. I hope I don't get shouted at by the Miami bench coach malevolence for that one, as that's popped out to second. And then that's 2 down in the inning. Well, up steps Pickles here, 0 for 2 today. He has really bring the lumber with this Miami team down the stretch here in the tiebreakers and the playoffs. Looking for his first hit here today. He flew out to right field and grounded short to first in the third and first innings respectively. Carlos' step is off. He's laboring a bit. He's already at a high pitch count, yet to hit the stretch. But he is a workhorse out there, as is his respective opponent Mooshi, who pitched 2 innings of mop-up in Game 1. We like to see that. Old school starters pitching, starting, and relieving. Reminds you of the days where they didn't know what Tommy John was. Here's the 0-1. Flared out towards the Miami dugout, but well out there. The 0-2. Hit again. That is going to get down in front of Kamni in right field. It's going to be a 2-out single for Pickles here, who does have his first hit. The ball got away. It fell through Frosty's glove, but Fireboy, a very talented backstop, receives the loose ball, and there is no advancing on the play. So up steps Gio, who is yet to get his hit today. And last couple times I've been on the call when he's 0-2. I said those are poor at bats. I say he's had some decent at bats today, but they're both strikeouts. Let's see if he hits a home run. It's 1-0. On first, Pickles here, representing the go-ahead run. It's hit well left center field. That is going to get down and get past Judd. Rounding second and heading third is Pickles here. The ball is still at the warning track. That might score a run into the cutoff man. They're not going to try it. Runners at second and third and 2 outs. Gio with a double. And that was a nice crack of the bat. So Pickles here holds at third. He wasn't trying for the mad dash.
Really, really smart base running from Pickles not to be too aggressive with that jump.
Oh, yeah. I mean, certainly you want to try to score from first on a double with 2 outs, but he didn't have as much of the lead as sometimes you would. And the throw got in pretty quickly, I must say. I thought Judd was going to have a hard time getting... not Judd, J-Man. D-Man, excuse me. Was going to have a hard time getting the ball out of the warning track. Looked like he had to grab at it a couple times. Well, let's see if OK can stop now. Can drive in the runs as he checks swing on a hook inside. And the count goes 1-0. Runner at third, Pickles here. Runner at second, Gio. Both got their first hit this inning. OK can stop now, looking for his. He walked in the second and lined to short in the fourth. Here's the pitch. It's hit foul towards first base. Frosty cannot get there. And the count even at 1-1. It's a 1-1 ball game here between Miami and Chicago. We're in the top of the 6th. Pitchers duel so far. Here comes the 1-1. Hit in the air, third base. That could very well get down. Goku Boy does not make the catch, and 2 runs might score. Gio is gonna head home, and it's gonna be running time. 3-1 Miami on a Texas lead double by OK. You can stop now. Oh my goodness, and a my oh my.
Wow. Great base running there from Gio. As soon as he saw it went over the head of the third baseman, he was off and running. His great speed allowed him to score. Amazing.
Well, that certainly turned the game on its head. Oh, what a blue hit. What a double. Here comes the 0-1 to Epic Nick. Epic Nick sounds like one. How to play. He's trying it out to first base. It's 3-1 now Miami, and there are 3 frames to go. Here comes the 0-1. That's hit well to right center field, and that might make it a 4-run ball game as it gets to the track. Rounding third and on his high route horse. OK can stop now. Heading into second is going to be Epic Nick. The throw will be nowhere near in time, and it's a 4-1 ball game in favor of the Miami Sharks, who look in pole position to knock Darlow out of the game here. He is showing some form of tiring out on the mound. You surely have to save someone for tomorrow. I imagine Kamnikov is probably the most likely starter. I know Judd saved game 1. I don't know who else would be expected to pitch. As that is hit towards first base, Frosty snags it. It was a good play. And that ends the inning. But not before. Excuse me as I need to pencil this in. But not before 3 men crossed the plate. 3 runs on 4 hits. No errors. 1 left. They finally got to Darlow. And the score is now 4-1 as we go to the bottom of the 6th. Darlow said it was a Mickey hit. It was a 21% out of his own penalty. Said, not Epic Nick, excuse me. OK, you can stop now. And bench coach Malevolent says we're both Mickey. Well, I don't think it's really Mickey if you're in the World Series.
That's true.
On Camry. Billy would love to pick up his starting pitcher today. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. I low-key gambled all my coins already. I put it in Miami. It sounds like my Australian friend who bet his life savings on the Seattle Sonics beating the Portland Stags in Season 27, Game 33, that tiebreaker game that went to 12, as that is fouled out of play, and will remain at 0-2. It's going to be 2-3-4 in the Chicago lineup. Heart of the order, Camney, Darlow, and Judd. Here comes the 0-2. The pitch. Golf foul again. And the count stays at 0-2 again. Mooshi racking up that pitch count. Gotta be the 6-2 pitch. In much better shape than Darlow, who is closer to 90. Here comes the 0-2. It is hit weakly towards second base. Digital throws. And it's in time. And there's one away in the inning.
So what's interesting is that Miami has 6 hits, Chicago has 5, yet Miami has scored 3 more times. I think I would contribute that to the fact that they have the most amazing bench coach in the IPU, Malevolence. A great bench coach for the Miami Sharks.
Yeah, you just really gotta shout out the bench coach sometimes. A little more than the playing manager, Frog Race, who's not here. Frog Race, for those who don't know, pretty good demonology player. Which is the Roblox from my friend from Cobia. Here comes the 0-1. Foul on the first base line, and the count goes 0-2. Well, pitcher Darlow is 2 for 2. He tied up the game at 1-1 when he RBI singled on an error by Gio. Well, he gave up 3 runs. As we like to say, when referencing Dolphin Dimes giving up 5 runs in 2/3 of an inning in a tiebreaker game, he shat the bed. Here comes the 0-2. Inside, ball 1.
I think we can accredit that to the fact that he did not have Malevolence as his bench coach.
That's right. Here comes that 1-2. Swing and a miss, and down goes the pitcher. Mooshi gets the best of his counterpart for the first time today. And we're going to have a pinch hitter here for Judd. OBC man comes in yet to get a hit. Pinch hitting here in the 6th inning. Judd was 0 for 2 today. Ground out and a pop out as OBC man fouls the first pitch he sees out of play.
And for those of you wondering, where is Eric Mai? Well, ladies and gentlemen, he's suspended. He's serving his 1-game suspension today after fanning everyone last game.
And eerily reminiscent of when we were on the call for back-to-back games in which Seattle Sonics players fan It was first Sins, who got absolutely nuked by the Columbus Spiders. And then the 24-year-old decided he had enough and he fanned all. He was promptly suspended for the season. That pop up to third. At first, we'll end the inning. 1, 2, 3, no runs, no hits, no errors. None left. Another strikeout from Mooshi as the score remains 4-1. And then the next day, for absolutely no reason, Baggio decided he had enough and he fanned.
Oh boy.
And I guess ultimately those compensation picks, I think it was Echo and... Do you remember the other one?
Was it Jin?
No, Jun was traded from
Jun
San
was traded.
Francisco for AJ. Not AJ, for... what's his name?
It was Notre Dame and Cappy, right?
No, that was a Portland. Notre Dame and... Oh. It was one of the sluggers.
Oh, it was Tox. It was Tox. It was Notre
Tox,
Dame and
yes,
Tox.
X-Tox.
Yes, X-Tox.
Yes.
X
Notre Dame
ZZZ.
it was really good season up to that point. I didn't hear much of him after the fact, to be honest. Well, it looks like it's going to be Fireman in for mop-up duty as they are trailing 4-1. Fireboy was the catcher, and Darlow will pitch. We'll get you those line totals for Darlow in just 1 minute. That 7th inning stretch was brought to you by Carl's Clam Chowder, the creamiest clam chowder in the Pacific Northwest. If a pitcher strikes out 12, you get a free 12-ounce bowl of clam chowder from Carl's. Carl's Clam Chowder, lobster bisque, and house-made oyster crackers. On the topic of oyster crackers, for those of you who don't know, in New Orleans, they pronounce the word oyster, Erster. I have Erster houses down in New Orleans that are all you can eat sometimes. My dad said he once ate like 60. That was a couple of decades ago. I think his appetite has decreased a lot since then.
I don't think his body can handle that now.
No. Maybe if he had a dietitian / bench coach in the form of Malevolence, he might have had a shot. As that is popped to Fireboy. He records his first out on the mound via I Hate Sushi. First out here in the top of the 7th. It was 8-9-1. I hate sushi, Bonds, and Mooshi on deck. Bonds is 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. And last
Is
time
that
he
Eric
struck out
Mai?
squaring to bunt. Is it?
That looks
No.
like him.
There is no Eric Mai today. As that is hit past the third
Oh.
baseman, he beat the bunt. Pitcher to first is not gonna be in time. Bunt single for Bonds. And reminds me of a certain food bomb player by the name of Astro. But he's 1 for 3 today. That's just as good as any all playing single you hit out to the outfield. So here's Mooshi with 1 on and 1 away.
Infield coming in.
Probably not the smartest thing to do here.
Oh,
As
now they're
Frosty
going
says,
back
Bond,
out.
you're not a good bunter. If I was a Miami Shark, I would respond with the word scoreboard.
Or bench coach.
Or bench coach. That's right. 0-1 on Mooshi. I had to do that for him. 1-1.
Bonds is taking a huge lead off of first. I mean, Fireboy won't want to think about picking him off. I mean, it's like free real estate off of there.
Yeah. Here comes that 1-1. Swing and a miss. Here comes a 1-2 now from the lefty. Call, strike 3, and down goes Mooshi for the second out here in the 7th. So up his digital, 1 for 2 today. He entered the game as a defensive replacement in the second for Mr. Derek. He singled into... I have no idea. It's like... You know? I know why. I called that walk a hit. He did
Ah, there you go.
It wasn't an error. You learn something new every day, as I said last time he came to the plate. As there's a check down, not a time. The count goes
Almost
2
got
-0.
him.
Ground ball past
Wow.
the diving Goku ball, third base. And he might want to grab a spoonful of dirt after that one, as now there's runners at first and second, and 2 away. I mean, he's pretty acrobatic over there at the hot corner, but he's no Brooks Robinson, let me tell you that. Not even Eddie Yost.
Yeah, he's not seeing the ball too well over there. First, the bunt, he missed by Bonds, and now the single by Digital. And now, Pickles
He's
over
out to
here
shortstop.
has a chance to really open this game up.
Yeah. Well, I have no idea what's going on. It looks like Darlow is coming back in the catch. They swapped their shortstop and the third baseman. Pickles here, 1 for 3 today. He led off the 3-run rally last inning when he singled. Scored on OK Can Stop Now. 2 out Texas League double down the left field line. In tangent with Gio, who advanced him to third off the double. And OK Can Stop Now driven in by Epic Nick, the center fielder. As Pickles here away from that goes 1-1. That's the 2-2 pitch. And Pickles here watches it. He cannot punish it, as Fireboy has struck out 2 looking in this inning to preserve the score at 4-1. No runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left. And the score as we go to the bottom of the 7th remains Miami 4 and Chicago 1. So it was a pitcher's duel until a series of 2-out hits got Darlow off of the bum. And he probably could have taken him out earlier. He was tiring. He surely was pitching on yellow, maybe even red stamina. I don't actually know how long the stamina lasts for his animation because I don't really play this game that much.
How many pitches that
Mooshi is
Moosh
in 6. The next pitch will be the 68th pitch.
at?
And here it comes. Swing and a miss. So Mooshi, by the way, for those who don't know, is at 68 pitches. Next one to come in just a moment. I hope that answers your question.
Everybody clap your hands.
The Melbourne Football Club, who just beat Hofstra yesterday, or actually this morning for me, as the game started at 2:15 Eastern Time in the morning on a brilliant team performance. My Australian friend was at the game with his Hawthorn friend, and I fell asleep listening to the game on AFL radio. It counted for being 1:15 a.m. I did listen to the first quarter, though. Also, shout out to the Celtic FC, Scottish champions, for the billionth time in a row. After stealing title from Hearts and Middleton in the final game, they played Hearts, and they won 3-1 on the back of controversial refereeing. Oh, up steps Demon Jew after Fireboy struck out swinging. After the end of the 7th inning, I'm going to turn it back over to Morgana, who will carry you all the way. Once again, this is Capitalist, main play-by-play announcer for SCSN on SBC this season, covering most of the games on the air. I'd like to take these final 2 outs, as this is our final broadcast of the season, to thank, of course, Morgana, my co-founder here at SCSN on SBC, who has been providing mostly behind the scenes, but when he has come in here to broadcast, he's done a very good job. I'd like to thank analysts and play-by-play men Tyrese Halliburton, Bob Huerto, Riley Kies, and Cool Dude, who have each stood in for at least one game. I'd like to thank Nevadic, who I broadcast with in the first All-Star game, in which we had to enter in the 2nd inning after the original broadcaster's computer exploded. I'd like to thank the competition committee of the IPU, and all those watching us here on SCSN on SBC. We greatly appreciate you taking the time to listen to us call a Roblox baseball game. Pretty important Roblox baseball game, all things considered here. Mooshi is looking for that complete game, looking for that free lobster from Larry's. I'd like to take this time to thank our sponsor, Hardware Haven, customer first in Tacoma, Auburn, and Kent. There was a place on Magnolia Boulevard in Burbank, California that had a similar name to Hardware Haven. No affiliation. My ex-girlfriend's dad decided to shop there on Martin Luther King Day.
Oh.
As Mooshi tried to catch that on the fly.
Wow.
Yo.
Is that that's an E, everybody, right? E 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6.
I don't think bench coach Malevolence
Is gonna like that one. Oh boy.
appreciate that one. As Group Split says, well, hopefully for Mooshi's sake, either way, here steps up Ruben Dallas with the tying run in the form of the man on deck, as there's a check down to right field. And that ball is going down the right field line. And it just should stop shy of the track. And that is J-Town. So B-Man Chi with his first hit today. Certainly not that 3-run home run against Pittsburgh, but anything helps, as there's a check down on a worm burner to third base. Out into center field.
Hey, one swing of the bat can make this a ball game again.
Yeah, well, Ruben Dados, not known for his power, he doesn't even RBI, and that's not going to drive in any runs. But he's now 2 away.
Surprised he didn't drop that.
Well, J-Tom has 2 home runs, and he's a nice Australian bloke. Hopefully he doesn't say crikey, mate, after he makes contact with the ball. Well, he's probably the league leader in Vegemite consumed. And right now he's 0 for 2 today with a pop-out foul to catcher and a pop-out to first. I would wager that was a pop-out foul to first. 1-0 as that hit his midriff. Those of you who live in the Los Angeles County area, I would recommend going to Magnolia Boulevard in Burbank. They got the Burbank Mall with 3 AMC theaters within 2 blocks on the other side of the bridge, on the other side of the railroad tracks where the Amtrak comes in, on the way to Union Station. But on the other side, they got a nice Italian deli, as J-Tom takes strike 1. They got a couple record stores, a couple coffee stores. They also got a nice trinket box of a bunch of old knickknacks, one of which was, I apologize for the crudeness on the broadcast, was a condom from the 1970s.
Everybody clap your hands.
Unused. I wouldn't trust anyone.
Come on, y'all.
Here comes the 2-2. And called strike 3 to end the inning and end my day on the play-by-play. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left, 2 strikeouts for Mooshi, who gets around falling face flat on the pitcher's mound. And we go to the top of the 8th. Morgana, take it away.
Well, thanks, Capitalist. What a ride we've had this season. I know I haven't been here present because I have another concussion and sports and school, sort of at school.
Always drop out.
Well, yeah, but I don't want to. I want to be reliable.
You made
I
your
wanna
first
be
dollar
reliable.
today. Ooh. I think Jordan would like you for that.
I think Jordan would like me for that. As that pitch is swung and belted deep to center field, it will drop in for a base hit. Why did I say swung and belted? I don't know. That wasn't even belted.
Swung on and buckled.
Swung and buckled. Yes, there we go. So a leadoff single for Gio. Here comes okay. You can stop now. 1 for 2 on the day. No Cam, unfortunately. I will not be able to 1v1 you at the moment. Anyways, here comes the first pitch. Outside, ball 1. So, 4 runs coming in. Dark kind of had an implosion in that check swing. It's in there for a strike. Counting that in that 6th inning, and it wasn't hard contact. It really wasn't. I mean, maybe that first double was, but from Gio. But other than that, it was very bloop central, like the one tiebreaker. Anyways, here comes one pitch that swung and lifted down the left field line. It's gonna drop in for a base hit. Another bloop. Gio rounding to third, now heading back to second. Left fielder got there in time. So runners on first and second. Here comes Epic Nick. He loves this place.
Darlow is asking bench coach Malevolent if he trained the Miami Sharks to hit these balls down the foul line. Bench coach Malevolent yet to respond.
Shout out to bench coach Malevolence. Here comes the 0-1. Swing and a fly ball pulled foul, and no one is going to get there. So nothing in 2. Fireboy needs to record an out. However you get him, whether it's strikeout, whether it's a double play, you can turn a triple play here too. This is IPU, it works. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Tied him up with the fastball inside, and there's 1 down in inning number 8. So here comes Group Split, 0 for 3 in the day. Grounded out last time, and oh boy, would Fire love a ground out right here. Could turn 2. Ground ball to anybody ends this inning. First pitch on the way, up high, ball 1. From the set, here comes the 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. Counting is up to 1 ball and 1 strike. 1-1. Swing a ground ball. Foul. Just foul. Almost got
How did Epic Nick make up? I looked away for a second.
strikeout. And it looks like Miami might want to take a look at this. That was a foul ball. Now Goku calls time. Now the count's not right.
Oh, his count reset.
His count reset. And a
Well,
fair
it's back to
ball,
1-0.
a ball that looked fair, was called foul. No challenge on that yet. And now Ed's trying to fan everybody. That's not the command. It's fan/all. Anyways, here comes the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Down goes Squid. They're 0 for 4 today. Here comes I Hate Sushi. Also 0 for 3 today for that last time. Someone is saying Frosty ate the ball in 2 strikes. First pitch on the way, swing and a miss, nothing in 1. Well, you don't see a lot of that. With such an automated system, it rarely makes errors. Keyword being rarely, it still makes errors. If that pitch is swung and a miss. Now nothing in 2. Fire's in a good position to get himself out of it. Okay. We're here in the top of the 8th with 2 away, 2 on. It's a 4-1 Miami game here in Chicago. The 0-2. Good take. That's the same pitch that fooled Epic Nick. From the set, the 1-2. Swinging a ground ball right to the Eric Mai looking guy. He'll take it himself to the bag at second for the out, and that'll retire the threat. So, back-to-back singles by Miami. They cannot cash it in. It's in the bottom of the 8th inning. Mechanics Bank score. It's the Sharks 4, the Ravens 1. Ravens running out of outs. They have 6 outs to put at least 3 runs on the board. But Moosh has been dealing all night. Through 7 innings, he's given up 1 run on 6 hits and 1 error. He's at 84 pitches right now. He'll probably go the full game. Moosh winds, kicks it, and deals to Goku. Swinging a pop-up infield. Moosh is there this time, and he makes the catch. Well, he didn't want to repeat.
Died.
He died?
Yeah, he had a heart attack running on the base paths.
Oh. Wow. Here comes Frosty, 2 for 3. Lined into that unfortunate double play after taking the lead all the way to Antarctica. Anyways, here comes the first pitch to Frosty. Check swing, it doesn't matter. It's in there for a strike, nothing in 1. Chicago down to their final 5. The 0-1 pitch on the way. Swinging a ground ball foul down the first base line. Nothing in 2. Moosh is wheeling and dealing. Chicago crowd trying to rally behind Frosty right here in the leadoff. On an 0-2 pitch, let's see what he does. Swinging a fly ball right to Gio. This will be safe. Wow. A close play at first. The ump rules it safe.
Well, that certainly wasn't Giancarlo Stanton lumbering down the first.
Again. Epic Nick is saying challenge that one. I don't think you can challenge that. But another mistake by Gio. He's playing way too back at short. If he was 3 steps in, he would have caught that. Anyways, here comes Dark Wolf. As they swing at that first pitch. Wow. Sorry, I just caught a big lag spike right there. But Gio has essentially opened a door for the Ravens to do something. 0-1. Swing and a miss, nothing in 2. While Gio might have opened the door, Moosh might close it. Runner on first. With 1 away on an 0-2 count, here to Dark Wolf. Frosty taking a big lead again. The 0-2. Swing and a miss. So 2 down. Here comes the starter, Darko 2 for 3 today with 2 singles, an RBI single, and also a strikeout. Chicago down to their final 4 outs. The first pitch, swing and a miss, nothing in 1. The line set and deal. Swinging a ground ball right to Mooshi. Takes it easily. Wow. Clean play by Moosh. He calls his own number on that one, and that'll retire the threat. So, despite some bad fielding from Gio, they escaped the jam. We head to the top of the 9th. Your Mechanics Bank score. It's the Sharks 4, the Ravens 1.
Looked like Harry Burkeen out there fielding that ball.
Yep. Anyways, they're going to have a little meeting. Oh, whoa. Extracurriculars from Bonds. Oh, and he steps into the plate. Everyone goes back to their position. So, 9th inning, first pitch on the way, in there for a strike, nothing in 1. Bonds is statued. As he calls time, steps out the box to adjust the batting gloves. This will probably be our last inning for this season. Again, we just wanted to say from the bottom of our hearts, thank you for giving us this opportunity as the 0-1 pitch is swung on and missed. Thank you for giving us this platform to broadcast HCBB games. You, the fans, you, the players, our bench coach malevolence, the 0-2 pitch. Oh, he's going to try bunt. Infield playing in. The third baseman has it and easily retires him 1 down. Here comes Moosh, 1 for 4 today. Giving us
That's the type of fielding that I would expect bench coach malevolence to teach his Miami Sharks team.
Yep. That and hitting it down the line. Well, speaking of hitting things down the line, this guy, pitch number 4 in the game, he hit a rocket to right down the line. And oh boy, I thought that was going foul. But that drive straightened out at the end. Really barely went inside of that foul. Moosh dancing around. His Fireboy disengages. Goes to talk to Goku. Now circles around, giving what appears to be the look to his infield. Okay, now Goku's going back to the dugout. And now they're down the play. Well, now everyone's in. Okay. Bench coach malevolence asking for the Cowboy. We hear you, bench coach. Some comments I can't read, some chat I can't read. They will replace Goku with OBC Man. Calcs left 2. Gio from the dugout yelling cow rule. I agree. This is taking far too long. The first pitch smooth, grounded into the third base dugout, nothing in 1. Gio saying, how many Mississippis has it been? Far too many. Far too many. The 0-1. In there for a strike, nothing in 2. So tomorrow, game 4 of this 5-game series. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Filthy off speed out the zone. There's 2 down in the inning. Here comes Digital. He's 2 for 3 tonight. 2 singles. As I was saying, this is the last game that we will be streaming this season. We just wanted to thank everybody as the first pitch is taken for a strike, nothing in 1. Who have been supporting, who watch, those who watch the VODs, who go to our TikTok and our YouTube. We appreciate all of you. We truly cannot ask for better fans in the world as the 0-1 pitch is up high. Count evens out to 1 ball and 1 strike. To the players and here in IPU, we just want to say we see your effort. 1-1 pitch is lined into right field. It will drop in for a base hit. So a 2-out single for Digital. He's 3 for 4 tonight. Here comes Pickles. He struck out last time, but he's 1 for 4, and he scored one of those big 4 runs for Miami. To the players,
Mooshi make up?
he struck out. Struck out. 2. Filthy off speed. First pitch on the way to Pickles. Oh, fire goes with that nasty off speed out the zone. 0-1. I think bench coach Malevolence will probably have to talk about that one tonight. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. Outside. Didn't bite on the curveball. To the players, we just want to say, stick with it. It's swing and a miss. Oh no, 1-1. Now 1-2. Fire trying to get out of this inning. You will make it to the main leagues, and I promise if you put in the work. Here comes a 1-2 pitch up high, counting out to 2 balls, 2 strikes with the runner on first and 2 away. Here in the top of the 9th, where Miami leads 4-1 in Chicago. If you keep sticking with it, you will make it to the main leagues. I promise. But that pitch is line foul. Count stays at 2 balls and 2 strikes. It has been incredible. Honors. There's a swing and a miss. Wow. So, 2 strikeouts in that inning. No runs on 1 hit. With no errors. And 1 left on for the Sharks. We get to the bottom of the 9th. Last stand for the Ravens. Let's see if they can make this game interesting. They took game 1.
Do you mind if I come in here and say something real quick?
Yeah.
To the Chicago Ravens.
Go ahead.
Those of you who don't know, I had the high privilege of being paired to his deathbed. Second, I believe. And he said something for the Chicago Ravens. He said, "Sunshine Cap, when the team is up against it, when things are wrong and the breaks are being the boys, ask them to go in there with all they've got and win just 1 4-2. He said, "Cap, I don't know where I'll be then, but I know I'll be proud." So, I wonder if they'll take that rallying cry into tomorrow, Game 4. As it stands, their backs will be against the wall.
And just a reminder for those of you watching, this game will not be broadcasted here on SBC. It will be on Moosh's channel. Anyways, here comes Gio in for Moosh. Moosh went 8 strong innings, giving up 1 run, 5 hits on the lead. Jude cost time. But Ravens down to their final 3 runs. And let's see if they can make this game a little bit exciting. The 0-1. Outside, counting him out to 1 ball and 1 strike. Final chance here for the Ravens. They trail 4-1. 3 of those runs came in via weak contact. Chicago has it in front of them. The 1-1. Swing and a foul ball. And right there is Group's good to make the catch. There's 2 more outs. Here comes the catcher, and now the relief pitcher, Fireboy, 0 for 3. He's been really struggling at the plate tonight. Chicago down to their final 2 outs. First pitch, swing and a miss, 0-1. Fireboy trying to square up to bunt it. I don't know what the infield is doing. They're all partying behind second base. Now they get into the positions. No one in the dirt. Thought he was gonna bunt. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 away. So now it's Digital at short, Moosh at second, Group still at first. As the 1-1 is swung on and missed. Nacho cheese right over his head. 1-2. Chicago trying to get something right here. Gio gets a sign. From the stretch, here comes the 1-2 pitch. Check swing, it's inside. What a check swing there by Fireboy. So the counting's up to 2 balls and 2 strikes with 1 down. Base is empty. Chicago trying to rally. The 2-2 pitch. Inside, full count. Fire Boy battling back a little bit. Let's see if he can either get a walk or get a hit. He calls time. Steps up the line. Not a power hitter. Only his 1 home run, but he has 7 RBI. It's not impossible. But with Gio on the mound, it's improbable. Highly improbable. Full count with 1 away. Here she comes. Swinging a weak ground ball right to third base. They scoop it up, fire to first, and the Ravens are down to their final out. So here comes Demonjian. They're 1 for 3 today with the single. They singled back on their last at bat. And they represent Chicago's last hope. The 27th man. Pitch on the way, inside, ball 1. Gio gets a sign. Here comes the 1-0. Inside. Didn't even move. Now 2-0.
Everybody clap your hands.
The 2-0. Swinging a weak ground ball right to group. She'll take it to the bag herself, and that's the ball game. The Miami Sharks, they take game 3. They take it in sort of commanding fashion, 4-1, final of 9. Moosh will get the win. And as you know, Darko will get the loss. Let's take it down to Riley, Capitalist, and Kayla for the postgame show, presented by Carl's and Larry's. Take it away, guys.
Well, I'll let Riley get a chance to say the bulk of the commentary here, but I just wanted to come in quickly and say that it was what we expected. It was a pitcher's duel all the way until Darlow's arm fell off, and he gave up 3 runs in that inning. I would have expected them to take him out. I know Kennedy can work fireman duty. He saved the first tiebreaker game, I believe it was. That game against Pittsburgh. Chicago and Pittsburgh. But I will say that it was really Miami who only had quality bats all game long. They worked a lot of long counts early that ended up costing Darlow. I'll say Chicago did not fare so well. I would say most of their hits were honestly luck. Luck that, Gio, for example, or Mooshi let balls fall, didn't make good fielding plays, and, well, if anything, Chicago should have been lucky to score today. So, Riley, how would you feel what happened today?
Not gonna lie, I was doom scrolling the whole game on so yeah, bunch of errors that shouldn't have happened to score a lot of runs. The Ravens would have had a better chance if those errors didn't happen. That scored a couple of runs because in the outfield, that left fielder that with that ball just back, it gets snapped out, prevented an extra run scoring, but some teammates scored as well.
That was certainly the important hit of the game. The 2 RBI Texas leaguer. No, you're right. 2 RBI Texas leaguer by OK Stocknell, and then following a double by Epic Nick that gave us our final scoreline of 4-1. But yeah, we're just grateful to be here. Morgana, what did you feel about today?
I thought, okay, first of all, shout out to Bench Coach Malevolence. Bench Coach Malevolence, if you're watching this, shout out to you, man. You have done an incredible job with this offense, and now you have given the opportunity to shut the door on the series and claim the trophy to Miami. I really liked starting pitching today from Moosh. I mean, he was dominant. I mean, there's no other way you can put it. He went 8 strong innings, and Gio also dominant. Most of their hits and the singular run that came for Chicago came off of bad fielding for them, and that was really unfortunate for Moosh. I don't think it should have counted, but I'm not the scorer, so my opinion is invalid. I thought Bench Coach Malevolence, the hitting was also pretty good. I mean, they did chase a lot, but it wasn't as much as Chicago. they did get fooled by Fireboy's breaking ball a lot, especially Moosh. He couldn't handle that filth at all. But overall, a really good performance. Moosh homering on that fourth pitch down the right field line, that basically swung the momentum in Miami's favor, and after that, they didn't look back and they kept on going. I would say for improvement that they should work on their fielding, especially knowing when to bring the infield in versus when to bring the infield out. There was about 3 or 4 hits for Chicago where they could have easily been out if Gio was 2 steps in. And that was the trend, I think most of you guys can agree that happened, and that's basically why Chicago got all those hits. Other than that, I think Moosh would have kept them silent. It would have been a shutout. But alas, here we are. For Chicago, they need to bounce back. Their backs are against the wall. And if they want any hope in seeing a Game 5 on Monday, which will be brought to you by SRPE, they need to lock in and win this. They had their ace on the mound, and in the 6th inning, he ran into some trouble. And he did give up some blue pins. It was very weak contact. It reminded me of the tiebreaker game, the championship game, and it shouldn't really have happened. But that's how the ball rolls sometimes. They will need to rally extra hard tomorrow to see a Game 5 on Monday. Otherwise, Miami wins it, you know? I thought the pitching, though, was pretty decent. Fireboy made a great appearance today. He went 3 strong innings. He struck out a bunch, only gave up a couple hits. Other than that, he had a dominant performance. But yeah, that's all from me. Back to you guys.
Well, I honestly think that's about it to say. Much more to say. Pitchers duel. A little bit of poor fielding, a little bit of questionable fielding, a little bit of hitting there and there too, of course. Again, another shout out to bench coach Malevolence for inspiring this Miami team to surge past the Chicago A's. I can imagine Gio will probably be pitching tomorrow, and I'm really curious how Chicago's going to manage the game. I imagine Cammy will be on a short leash. Got absolutely blown out of the water in that 14-1 tiebreaker loss when he took the hill in the tiebreaker, of course. So that'll be a nice game tomorrow. It'll be nice if the Sharps can win in front of their home broadcaster and Masharu, who's one of the Miami coaches, but not the bench coach.
Not the bench coach. Not the bench coach at all. Shout out bench coach Malevolence.
Oh, I forgot one thank you. Gotta shout out Leonidas. Gave us our shot with the season 27 contest.
Wait, I have to read it. It's the last thing this season. I have to.
What's he gotta do?
Happy. I apologize.
Is he about to say something about Beijing?
Oh, no, we can't put that on. Turn that off. 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 Thank you.
The soundboard?
I don't know why you would. I don't know why you would read it.
But yeah,
Why did you
I had my soundboard on. Oh, I mean, I had your soundboard like personally muted, so I didn't know.
but yeah. Well, it was fun, guys. We just wanted to say thank you again. Thank you to Ervil and Tappy and for letting us stream this IPU season. We couldn't be there as much as we wanted to, but hey, we showed up and we showed out. We have streamed about every single postseason game up until tomorrow. That's pretty good.
Was covered,
that's pretty good.
We did miss a couple games.
Yeah, but hopefully we get that internet problem fixed soon.
I think it's fixed.
But yeah, soon. A huge thank you to everybody who has come and support. My friends Angel, Owen, Daniel, thank you for staying to the end and watching. I really appreciate it. thank you to Leo for giving us this opportunity again. I mean, you were the one that started this ball rolling, and Cappy, thank you for sticking up for us and really pushing Leo to get us ranked. Next season, we hope to expand to main league if we get the opportunity. Hopefully, the Sonics come back. We would love to call another season in Seattle. But until then, this will be The Last of Us. This is.
Why you gotta make it emotional? What the fuck?
Anyone else want to say anything?
Goodbye. Yes.
Leonidas.
Freaking bench coach, bro.
Yeah. Once again, thank you,
I
bench
already
coach
forgot his
Malevolence.
name.
Thank you,
Dual
bench
level
coach.
wins. Yeah, that guy.
Yes, thank you to our bench coach Malevolence. Thank you to everyone for the good laughs. Thank you to CP. Thank you
CP
to
Fire.
CP Fried.
Specifically CP Fire.
There you go. Yeah, you gotta say the fire after that.
He gave us the opportunities to broadcast for the Archers and the Guardians. Thank you to Kayla and Bob and Tyrese and you, Riley, and Jiz and everyone who came over here.
Yeah. Yo, that's not his name.
Oh, that's not? Oh, I don't know.
That's the name of something else.
Oh, and isn't his name Jiz Cat?
Yeah, it's not Jizz.
Oh, well, that's the same thing. But thank you to everybody. Thank you to everybody who has come out and supported to make these streams possible. Just again from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much, everybody, for sticking on. We will see you next season from Guaranteed Rate Field. This is SESN SBC Game 3 of the HBB IPU World Series. The Miami Sharks win tonight's matchup 4 to the Chicago Ravens 1. Final 9 innings. We will see you all again next season. Take care and have a great night. Thank you.